This is a most unique person. If you do Rolling Thunder, has anybody done Rolling Thunder? Or has anybody heard of Rolling Thunder? Thank God. There's a Marine there who stands at attention for the whole time he's holding a salute. He's here today, like you talked a little bit about the importance of the military. Tim, I give you the mic.
Thank you. Well, basically, I was stationed in Washington, D.C. I was at the Pentagon. And I was out thanking veterans for their service and the families for their sacrifices. I think that's very important to remember. I thought, how can I reach all these veterans and patriots that are rolling by me on this Rolling Thunder POWMI Awareness motorcycle rally and thank them for their service to our nation. I've presented many salutes at funerals, and that's way too late for me to thank them for their service. So I jumped off the curb and popped up a salute. 4 hours later, they all rolled around me. Both sides of the street rushed me and told me what that meant to them. A lot of veterans took it as their welcome home. They didn't get from Korea and Vietnam. A lot of family members told me they lost their son in Desert Storm. You remind me of my son standing there. It feels like his loss has not gone in vain and America has not forgotten just by seeing you out in the middle of that street. Things we need to remember, things we need to stand tall and proud about. World War I. World War II, when you didn't come home until the end of the war. The Korean War. I remember we were fighting the North Koreans, the Chinese, and the Russians. That is not the forgotten war. Vietnam. You know, the only way you're going to have a true appreciation for what we did in Vietnam is if you were there. My dad was there. He protected the South Vietnamese. He gave them a quality of life they would never have had. A lot of people forgot. Laos. We were in Laos. I remember Laos. October 23rd, 1983. The barracks bombing in Beirut, Lebanon. The Marines and sailors that perished. The army dogs that perished a few months earlier when the embassy was attacked. I remember that. I remember Somalia, Grenada, Cuba. I remember those soldiers out there in Germany during the Vietnam War. Some shit went down there, I bet you don't know. And in Korea. Desert Storm. 9/11. Afghanistan. Iraq. Lance Corporal Veter. Gunnery Sergeant Bohr. Lieutenant Colonel Stallman. I bet we all have a name that we could share today. As we come together to support this organization, we're ensuring that their sacrifice has not gone in vain, because we're moving forward. We're storming the beach for the veterans so they can transition, they can move forward. So I want all of you here to understand the patriotism and love you're demonstrating today is saving lives, not dropping your pack. We're all in this shit together. We need to stand united. Make sure our warriors can move forward in their lives. They would have died in Vietnam or Korea. But the advancements in medicine, they have a long life ahead of them. So this year in DC, I will hold my salute, and I'll hold it proudly in emulation of your service and your patriotism. Then I'm going to jump in a bird, get my ass back to California, and I will be at the West Coast Thunder presenting my salute in Riverside. So if you happen to stumble down the road, I'd love to see you there as well. I'm honored to be with you guys here today, and I will stand tall, and what I do is nothing compared to the price that's been paid. Semper Fidelis.